NFC North teams, between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hunter Jordan Stout looks ready for that opening kick. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Dante Kent with a return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
They're going deep here right off the rim. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Now we're running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught for the first. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
The biggest mistake you can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if there's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by the 4-time All-Pro Cameron Hayward. Let's see what they draw up on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Play fake. Jackson bails out of the pocket quick. And he breaks up that throw for the moment. A good defensive play as we hear what this flag's about. So the left first down stands since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing again is Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. tackle at the 38. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. New set of downs for him at the 38. Lamar off to play fake. Buying some time left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
This is Henry on second. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was stopped by Alex Highsmith.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Jackson now on third. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go.
Second and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action, Rodgers. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Rodgers on first and 10. Austin's there to haul it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Jumps in up the middle. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers here from the gun. He takes it himself. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pull out in front for their 13th. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen from Henry. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first and 10, it's Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A 29th rushing score on the season for him, and that's a new NFL record. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Ravens 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kent on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Jukes out a one-stop. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play action with Rodgers. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts us...
He's in trouble and they bring him down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And as it stands, he's in a spot to finish the regular season as the leader among quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. The drive begins with Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 7 yards.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. 3rd and long for him here. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. How Brock. On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Body on right side. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Trying down the middle with Henry. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Has it downfield working the left. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Now Jackson off the play action. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
2nd and 13. Complete to DK Metcalf. He hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Rogers. Austin makes the grab downfield. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
They'll toss it to Johnson. 34. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's another.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
319.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time, and that'll bring up second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Finds one. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Play fake, it's Rodgers. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
319.
Off play action, Rodgers. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. They were throwing for it, so we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
21. Ravens 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
I That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
It's third down.
Now here's Lamar. That one finds his man, Likely. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
Now a run with Henry. They'll cobble together a yard there. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Third down, 1 yard to go. Lamar back to throw. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They get 35 out of that one. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. They run it with King Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time right. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
The extra point is up and through by Luke. The Ravens tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. Well, right side, caught by Smith. This gets forward to around the 29. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Launches one deep downfield. Across his body, defenders there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air, he hummed that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here in football, yeah, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play, sets up 2nd and 2. Running once more, it's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. It's a gain of 4, and that's good for a Ravens first down. Here's Lamar. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Lamar. Likely's got it right side. And they bring him down around the 34. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. It's the Ravens looking at a 4th and 5. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Jackson's going to go on 4th. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He's loaded another one up. Brought in inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get some late points and the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And you can see that he's likely in store for some serious work today. He's coming into this final game in position to finish as the league's rushing champ. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Lamar. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
This finds Likely. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Going with King Henry here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
The left side caught by Andrews. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
A gain of 6 yards.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Play fake. Jackson. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. First down. Here's Lamar. Into the hands of Likely. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 24.
24-yard line.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie it before halftime. PAT effort coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens tie us up 28-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of the great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Rodgers here from the gun. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So a field goal game at the half. Good ones. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Brought in right side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Here's Henry. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. All down by the 1st rounder out of Oregon, Derek Harmon. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 31. Andrews snags another one. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
35. Steelers 31.
Stout all set to send this one away. Kent on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers will look to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Warren here from the gun. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Austin makes the grab downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. It would help set his target up and put some more yards on that stat sheet.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he'll work this one up to the 28. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Second down now, 7 to go.
At the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
They give right side to Henry. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has it downfield, working the left. He has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Changing it up here. Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here with Henry. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 3rd quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Stout all set to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
Screen 18. Screen 18.
To throw, Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Screen 18.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. The drive begins with Henry. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now with Jackson. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Has his man, it's caught by Andrews. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Here's Henry running left. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Jackson looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Headed out right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. On 4th now. On comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Luke knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Stout all set to send this one away. Kent on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Going with the screen to Johnson. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That play made by an all-pro from last season, Marlon Humphrey. Only one quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Johnson up the middle. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Gets this one to Freiermuth. We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
58.
Rodgers here from the gun. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go counter. It's Johnson. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on play as well. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They find Johnson out of the backfield. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and long for him here. Deep shot doesn't quite work out. That's an incomplete pass. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. This from 40 on the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, Lamar. Andrews snags another one. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Another run for Henry. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now lead by 10. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
Steelers 41.
Stout all set to send this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers offense headed out. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First call here coming from the shotgun. Rodgers to throw. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
319.
Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Another try following the sack. Catch made by Austin. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now here's Rodgers. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's trying another one deep. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
He was tackled at the 27.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27. He's got it near the 10. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find it.
And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. They run it with King Henry. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. An 8-yard gain on the ground, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake.
And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Stout all set to send this one away. Starting from the 5. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. From the shotgun, Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. They stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing from the gun here. That one nabbed by Warren. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
18 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Nick Wiggins on the coverage.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
158! 158!
Working inside the red zone. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Again, Rodgers. score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Has it downfield working the left. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that spot.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, next to kickers, some of our most prolific scorers in league history have been running backs, Brock, and he now tops them all. Most touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah, pretty incredible, Kate. You've got to do it with your legs. You've got to do it with your hands. It's why, well, when you're a little kid, right, and you're playing on the school ground, you figure it out pretty quickly. That dude's elite. That guy can run and score. He's a difference maker, and this guy certainly is.
Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First down throw by Rodgers. This finds Austin complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The Steelers calling their first time out. 1st and 10 from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They're going to pass it here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Exactly 60 seconds available to them in regulation. It's 2nd and 10.
319.
Rodgers will look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Steelers' 1st down.
26-yard line.
To throw, Rodgers. Cut out left. they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
319.
Throwing now. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers trim the deficit down to 5.
67. Steelers.
Oof, their comeback hopes are dwindling by the second, but any path to victory starts with a successful onside try here.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. The Ravens in victory formation and content to just need this one out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side.